Man, this game loads fast. Can't even get the right etc. out of the way. Can't get my last time on Dragon Ball Z level recap out of the way, but it's okay because we are back on the expert playlist. More in Final Fantasy XVI. I can't believe I'm playing this. Neither can you. But as is customary in this game, and with the help of the this game's considerable dramatic and cinematic weight, we will take a second and just lightly recap the story, just a little bit, just to see what's going on. I know at the end of the day, there's a story to pursue, a story to be pursued. Wow, the frame rate is screaming. But, you know,
I have to find him before.
Got a side quest or two to reconcile.
Can't talk now, Oh, you're Clyde, aren't you? Martha told me all about you. Word is you're a devil with
But we're all about just jumping right into the action here, so.
Where are you going? Not far, I hope. But I dare not waste a moment. It might cost a man his life.
Sounds serious. What happened?
Not so much what happened as what might. They've discovered he's a bearer, see? And now, one of his erstwhile friends and neighbors wants to see him clapped in chains.
Where is this bearer?
He wasn't fool enough to wait for the Imperials to arrive.
I feel so terrible.
The road, left his whole life behind.
I'm sorry, I have to record that. His fellow inmates want to see him clapped. Yeah, I bet they want to see him clapped.
After him before long.
See? How old am I again?
Fast. Here. If you've the time and the inclination, I could do with a hand.
My fault. I'm actually a jerk. I mean, I thought I was resolving a side quest. As it turns out, I guess I'm picking one up. This is why you should read your quest log, kiddies. Always read your quest logs. These are RPG quid pro quos that I am just recently settling back into. Ugh.
Of course. We bearers have to look out for each other.
Thank you, Clive. With your help, we might catch up with him yet. His name's Norris. We need to find him and get him to Martha before the Imperials.
His name is Norris.
You found him yet? You won't catch a bastard standing around clucking like old hens. That fucking snake played me false, acted like he was one of us, and the old time he was one of them. We need him caught and handed over to the Imperials.
Hanging's too good for him?
Well, go on then. If he gets away, I'll see you fitted for a noose.
All right, Ronald. We were just leaving. Look, this one's here to help. I was just filling him in.
Ha! Send a bearer to catch a bearer, is it? Not bloody likely. That's it. I'll find the bastard myself.
Come on now, Ron. It's dangerous out there. We wouldn't want you to come to any harm.
You want something done right, you don't send a bearer.
Clive, this might take a while. You start hunting our man, and I'll be along once I put Ronald's mind at ease. Someone said they saw Norris heading for the Fallen Gate. Maybe you could ask if anyone over that way knows anything. We have to find him. Don't let him slip through our grasp.
I'd better find this Norris before Ronald takes matters into his own hands. Bearers are hardly difficult to spot. What did he mean about being played false, I wonder?
little off the beaten path. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm willing to roll up on and just confront a turncoat.
You don't know a man called Norris, do you?
I do, as it happens. He ran off that way not too long back. Looked like he was in a right old hurry. And he had a lantern with him for some reason. Never known him to stay out after dark.
He was making for the marshes then. All right. Thank you.
I mean, I'll attack it from here if you let me. You know, one thing I'm noticing here, these side quests do not feel meaningless, okay? These things feel meaty. Legitimately feel like I've got a lot to do here.
You can't have got far. I better keep my eyes peeled.
Oh, great. And it's only a matter of time, right? How do you search for clues? I'm just gonna look for the thing that killed him.
You know what to do, boy. It's over. You know what to do, boy.
Make it look easy.
Yes. See, they didn't even bother to tell me that I was that far off the beaten path. How am I supposed to know? Oh my gosh, my hair is officially too long. I can't even see it anymore. don't know why I agreed to do this.
A lantern. The one Norris was carrying, no doubt. At least I know which way he went.
Okay. If it's this easy... Look, I feel like I don't need to be a ranger
Someone made sure work of them. I wonder if that someone was
to see
Norris.
exactly what's happened here. I feel like anyone could have done this. Why are y'all feeding me to the beast? Speaking of, how are the abilities looking? I know I bought the crazy Phoenix shit, but oh, did I even equip it? Ugh. I feel like such an actual breast. A whole ass boob. Let me see. I like Heat Wave. I don't feel like there's much of a need for Scarlet Cyclone, even though I really like using it. No, it's a good AoE. Heat Wave is nice, but I don't use it as much as I should. Flames of Rebirth. I don't know. I feel like that should just... I feel like Flames of Rebirth should just replace that, since it's an AoE attack anyway. Might as well. Heat Wave is cool. That, and I like the way it pops enemies into the air. That's really what I'm there for. I'm really here for the popping enemies into the air part. Not gonna lie. What is this? Jump back and then deliver a punishing counter. I actually wanted to stick that on the square button. Kind of wanted that on the square button. Yeah. What are we doing? No, stop. Stop. You... Anyway. Yeah. Here we go. What's happening here? Oh. What up, Norris?
Norris, I presume.
Leave me be.
You were never branded. So that's how you stayed hidden.
Ronald sent you after me, did he? Set an Imperial dog on his best friend. And when we were so close. I'll never forget the hatred in his eyes. But it doesn't matter now. I will not become a slave. As one bearer to another, please. Don't do this. You know how they treat our kind.
Ronald didn't send me. One of Martha's men did. He wanted to make sure you were safe.
I don't understand.
Martha takes in bearers. She's a friend. You can trust her. Believe me.
I never knew. I can't say I'm surprised, though. She has a kind heart. Kinder than most.
Just wait here and stay out of sight. We'll be among friends soon enough.
Thank you. There's few would have been so kind. I'm sorry. You're no Imperial dog. Far from it.
I've been called worse. Oh, I found a lantern back there. I assume it's yours.
Thanks. I dropped it when those creatures attacked me. But if I'm honest, I wasn't all that sorry to be rid of it. Ron gave it to me.
All right. I'll keep hold of it. I might be able to use it to put an end to the Imperial surge before it begins. A bearer without a brand. To have lived free for so many years. Only to be betrayed by a friend.
That's unfortunate. It also leads me to ask, are these brands, I mean, I guess this went without saying, but are these brands permanent? that sounds silly. I guess that sounds silly to ask in a world where this is even a thing, right? Alright. After we finish this side quest, we're going to do a brief main lore recap. And get back onto the main quest. Just because it's what you do.
I'll be fucked if I'm leaving this to a bearer. I'll go myself.
Get bent.
There you are, Clive. How goes the search?
Well branded. Have you found the bastard yet?
Only what was left of him. A corpse, torn apart by monsters. And this.
Let me see that. No. It can't be.
Shall we consider that the end of the matter then? Or do you need to see a body?
No. I mean, I've no use for bearer bones. He's dead. Let that be an end to it. Only wish those whose job it was had done what they were supposed to do and spotted him sooner. Letting a bearer go about without a brand? It's not right, I tell ya. Who'll want anything to do with me now, eh? There goes the bearer lover, they'll say. I'll be a laughing stock.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the bearer won't be the only reason you're a laughing stock, buddy, but... That's just me.
Is Norris really...
He's alive. You'll find him in a hut in the marshes. He's expecting you.
Oh, you crafty. Still, you did the right
I
thing.
agree.
Thank you. It's not much considering, but please, take this.
I agree. I really think he did the right thing there. Honestly, truly, honestly. Yeah. That's what I would have done. I mean, you knew he wouldn't have killed him, but...
We could make a fortune selling our swords. Help.
Make sure you're aiming that at the fish there, son. Keep them nice and fresh.
Come and have a look. Don't be shy.
Fresh cuts. Get your fresh cuts in.
How delightful. No, we're already here. Oh, you can just do that. Fantastic. I should just go to the hideaway and finish this hideaway thing, because I don't... Moving Heaven and Earth has been on my screen for the past hour or two of gameplay. Just walking around with this guy's soil samples in my pocket.
Oh, nice cloak.
Thank you, thank you. You can't have one.
Let's get this fixed before someone does themselves a mischief.
You know, the funniest thing about playing this game now, after having not... Like, I haven't played it since our last stream on Wednesday. And playing it again, if only for a little while, kind of feels like returning to some place.
There you are. And all safe and sound.
Oh, yes, she's standing right there.
Not the
Damn.
girl.
I know.
The soil.
Damn.
Did you bring it?
Damn. Priorities.
Here.
One soil sample, sir. Enjoy your dirt.
Glorious! When Martel came home empty-handed, I almost had a fit. But with this, my research can continue. First and foremost come the measurements. I must know how much ether each sample contains. From there...
Wait, so you were never...
Worried about me? Sorry to disappoint you, but the only thing he worries about is his research.
That poor woman.
It's all right. It's just how he is. And if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be growing anything in these ruins. It's a small price to pay. Although, you shouldn't have to pay it too. Did he even offer you anything for helping? Ugh. Here. I know it's not much, but it's something, at least.
You know, what's wild is that everyone says that. Every job I've accepted so far has been for 0 gil.
I wish I could offer you some fruit too, but you're not likely to thank me if I do. Still, we'll grow something worth eating one of these days, and when we do, you'll have first pick.
She just pay me with a medieval IOU. That just happened. I just get paid with an IOU.
Now, my research can...
I spent a huge chunk of this original part of the game just running out of every location I was in. Not knowing you could just do this. So. So what do we got here? At Martha's Rest, Clive and Jill cross paths with Sid and say their final farewells before continuing their journey. The road ahead leads north through Rhiannon's Ride to Eastpool, then on to Phoenix Gate. They're soon to find that the intervening years have been no kinder to the land in which they were raised than they were to them.
The newer base, and when my fertilizer is complete, the furrows will need expanding.
Doesn't sound great. I too wonder what's transpired in Jill's life in the past 13 years. You know, we already see what Clive has been doing, literally chasing his own tail, so to speak. Every day I get darker and blacker. Excuse me. What is this in my back pocket and why does it hurt?
It's almost as if time had stood still.
I suppose no one had any cause to return here.
They didn't even clean the place up, though. It's literally just as you left it. There's trees growing within the untouched rubble. That's terrible. Oh, did you step on a bone? Is that Joshua's thumb? We'll never know now.
Let's have a look around.
Come on, my guy. That was vaguely in the shape of a phoenix. It didn't really look like a bird. There's a lot to unpack here. I hope we're ready for feels, because there is a lot to unpack in this area. Look at this. I can't even run.
Could anyone?
I think he just summoned something that was completely beyond his capacity to control. That's all. And that's what it looked like. It looked like he had a very terse emotional response to seeing his brother freak out. Like, his brother freaked out and turned into a giant bird. You know, it seems like in the same way, Clive had a very visceral emotional response to wanting to protect his brother, and it brought that thing out of him, and he could not control it. He was completely incapable of controlling what it was he'd summoned. And because the thing that came out of him was born of a desire to protect his brother, really, I think the only thing it could have done was kill the giant bird if it perceived it to be a threat, especially if it didn't know it was his brother. And Clive had no way of controlling it. I mean, that's not your fault, bro. You're just, you know.
What is it talking?
Blame your parents. You didn't ask to be born a Dominion. Or a dominant. A dominant. Doggo? Kingdom Hearts.
He's the only one who can tell me what happened. I have to know.
Something big is gonna fall down from the sky, isn't there? Oh, nice. Game cliche number 1 transcended. Let's go.
Where is he?
Nowhere to be seen.
When is he? Why is he?
Damn it! He's like a bloody eel.
What is this place anyway? Some sort of shrine?
He's like a bloody eel.
Sorry. You've never been here before.
This is the Hall of the Gate.
The gate?
Was.
It's a relic of the Fallen. Only the Phoenix's dominant can open it.
Hence the castle's name. This was where Joshua was supposed to...
Turn into a giant bird?
He would have stepped through this door the next morning and listened to the words of our ancestors.
Maybe you can open it.
Would you have gone with him?
No. The apodatory is holy ground. None but the dominant may enter.
Said who?
I and the other shields would have stood guard here and prayed for my brother's safe
Who
return.
writes that he would not have survived?
Where the hell did he go?
Perhaps he went inside.
He couldn't have.
He'd need the power of the Phoenix.
Somebody's got to tell him. It's not going to be me. Somebody's got to tell Clive. Bro, you have that power. Stop fucking around with me. Thank you. It's hereditary. It has to be. There's no reason it shouldn't be. I feel like the one dominant thing is, you know, I feel like that's...
Thank you, Joshua.
Are you sure about this?
Why are you asking me that now?
Nevermore.
She picked a really bad, like, she waited a long time to ask him that. Okay, are you sure about this? Oh.
Another gate. Let's see if this one opens.
I mean, what else is it gonna do? Like, he'd have to use, like, a different body part to open every door. The first one he uses his hands. The second one he has to use his ass cheeks.
This place really be a fallen ruin.
Could hardly call it...
It looks like we may need the ass cheeks of the dominant.
Perfect. Like it was built yesterday.
It is quite the marvel. I can't believe this is just sitting underneath the ground. This song is amazing. Excuse me.
Seen anything like this.
The foot of the dominant.
Jill.
So he didn't notice he just stepped on the same symbol he touched on a door? Clive, how did you make it this far?
What do we do?
The usual.
I miss stuff like the screen breaking and the perspective of the characters changing and all of that, you know?
Get him, boy. Give them all you've got, boy.
I mean, I won't say it's easy, but it's not, like, brutally difficult. They have lightsabers. That's actually a lightsaber. Something tells me I should kill this thing first, whatever this is. Oh, that was silly.
How can these things still function?
How can any of this? This must be what the fallen ruins were like before they fell.
That did not answer my question whatsoever. The only thing she said was, yeah, it looks like this stuff is pretty old. Aside from the implication that they've just been on this entire time. Which, can I have those batteries from my phone? Oh man, that was definitely worth. That was worth not getting any abilities for like the first 3 hours of the game. For the first 3-4 hours of the game. That was definitely worth it. That was definitely worth saving up all of those ability points. Oh wow. Indeed. Let's go, Flames of Rebirth. And that cooldown's a bit of a beast, but it's okay. Well, that's just the lore button. I've seen his face, fam. That's Joshua. I don't care. It's so obvious. See? Last seen on the night of the Imperial invasion of Phoenix Gate in the year 860 when the young Joshua Rossfield lost control of his powers. The Phoenix first awakened among the motes of fire, an ancient tribe who dwelled in the western reaches of storm, and the careful preservation of bloodlines among the Rosarian nobility ensured that its dominant would always be born in the ducal line. Why does that sound familiar? The ducal line. What's the ducal line? Why does that sound familiar? Like, I think that's like the even-numbered kids or something like that. What is that? Yeah. Basically making sure that the dominant would always be born to rule or to be king or to inevitably or eventually be king or the ruler of the land. That's interesting. Oh, shout outs to Google. Shout outs to using Google for something other than memes. This music sounds light and sinister. I feel uneasy. Have you ever heard a track that just makes you feel small? Or like you're in the center of something larger and more significant than you? That's the feeling I'm getting here. Like, this is like it's like a weird pulse pounding chase track. I feel like an ant. You've got these layered percussive notes on this, and those synthy like. And then you've got my man in the background with the little drum going. It's that little locomotion. Makes me feel tiny. Like I'm a speck. Like I'm a spot on the back. Like I'm a flea on the back of a Dalmatian.
Then let's give it one.
Entirely my fault.
Get him, boy. There, boy. Sick him, Torgal. Not this time.
Oh, I should have just. Get him! I was really trying to parry him out of it so bad. Got him.
Does any of this make sense to you?
None. Let's find the hooded man and leave.
I too would like to know why everything down here seems to be specifically calibrated to kill us. Or at the very least keep things out. What's down here? What is that? What's that thing that I just picked up? Residual wind that Residual wind ether that, after having failed to dissipate on the battlefield, has instead manifested into a solid form not unlike crystal with an elemental purity that renders it far more potent, if not highly specialized in its applications. That is a long way of saying that the gouge damage is increased by 15%. Okay. The Ring of Timely Evasion. I love it. No, I think I'll leave everything equipped the way it is. Maybe use a potion.
Whatever they are, I don't think they're friendly.
Over here.
They grow as you damage them.
Sick of Torgal. You know what to do, boy. Sick of Torgal. Sick of Torgal. Give them all you've got, boy.
Look at the way they explode in this game. Oh my god. That is just, it's insane. It's actually insane. Oh wow, this one's actually not freaking out. Up. Spoke too soon. He's just getting introduced to every enemy in Final Fantasy canon. He's seen Moogles. He's seeing bombs.
Would Joshua have had to run this gauntlet too?
No. At least not that I have.
The answer is yes.
I imagine the Phoenix would receive a warmer welcome.
Ha! A warmer welcome. Get it?
Here we go again. Where will we end up this time?
Surrounded by contraptions hell-bent on murdering us, I expect.
Could the hooded man really have taken this path?
We won't know until we've followed it all the way to the end. Come on, let's keep looking.
Is that something new? Oh.
Sick of Torgal. Don't let them get away. Get him. Sick of Torgal.
Gotcha.
Give them all you've got, boy. Over here. Get him. Too slow.
Gotcha. I think it's really just a matter of getting around it, hitting it with a couple of light attacks, bark.
Better already.
No, I came out to this though, right? Can't be the way out, can it? Okay. There's no way. There's no reality. There's no part of the multiverse. There is no reality that exists where Joshua would have actually survived this on his own. I refuse. They were forcing that poor child. Nah, man. There's no way. There's no way. How is Joshua ever supposed to survive this? No, I call bullshit. There's no way. Clive, a woman who can control ice, and a dog are struggling. Okay? And you expect me to believe y'all were gonna lock that 10-year-old in here? Okay. Gonna stress eat a whole bag of marshmallows. Hey.
I don't like this.
Seems the feeling's mutual.
Might as well burn it early. Lies. Thank you.
Drawing in energy.
Not for long, it isn't. With me. Get him, boy. Keep your distance, boy. Sick of trouble. Get them all you've got there.
Oh my gosh, that was tense. We beat the attack out of him? Okay, I'll take it. Woo. That other one was way too early, and I'll admit that. What is a deadly leap chain? Did I just invent that? Ooh! I mean, it may look like incoherent balderdash, but a lot of it's just cooldowns and strategic slapping and, you know, dodges. I hear this game has difficulty levels. I would actually be interested in playing this on a harder difficulty level. Not to say the game is easy, but it's just manageable. It's aggressively manageable.
It's done.
What are these creatures?
I reiterate, there's no way Joshua was surviving this, by the way. We're just going to keep him with us.
They're probably asking themselves the same thing. We're the ones trespassing here. They're just protecting their...
Does Clive speak dog?
Jill.
Torval is clearly Clive's roach. What?
Is that some kind of mural?
It's worth a closer look, whatever it is.
$672 points. Let's see. Is there anything worth learning in the circle? Actually, I really want to power some of these moves up to a higher level. Like I want to master. Is it that one? No. Executing a dodge with R1. Well, these are all passive abilities, so I really don't mind. I'm 8 points away. Oh, great. Is it midnight? Fireworks in the hood already, is it?
Then.
It's ugly. It looks gimmicky. I mean, it casts its own spells.
It would seem this place holds even more secrets than we thought.
I'm waiting for the revelation that this is what happens to branded when you leave them underground for too long. You know, they just ripen in a certain way.
Look out! Over here. Give them all you've got, boy. There, boy. You know what to do, boy.
What have we here?
Another fallen wonder.
Huh. fuck is this? Oh.
Lights.
Well, that did something.
I better build some kind of weird cosmic bridge or something.
So, it isn't a dead end after all.
Apparently not.
She sounds excited. The only reason I know I'm going
It all seems to
the
lead
right
to
way
this room.
is because they keep
And look what's in
breadcrumbing
it.
items to me. Looks like a whole lot of nothing.
How old do you suppose
Oh wow,
this
is that Ultimisia?
1,000 years? More?
I don't know. I've never seen anything like it before. Who is that in the middle, do you think? Some sort of god.
Yes, indeed.
You're him. The second dominant of fire. Who are you?
Am I bugging? Was that a nightmare? That looks like a nightmare. I've seen his face.
What?
Okay, Venom. Something tells me he's still not awake.
I'm back.
Are you back in that night? Oh my gosh.
Joshua! Stop it! Please! Stop!
Ooh. Ooh. Hi, Jenny.
I did this.
My night is tense. We're unpacking a lot here.
Joshua chose me to be his shield. He gave me his blessing.
And that's the younger him
I was
right
supposed to
there.
keep him safe. I should have protected him that day.
Oh, it's fantastic so far.
It was my duty.
But we're going back to the night that a tragedy befell the kingdom. When his brother turned into the Phoenix. Either that or he's just lost his mind and the credits are about to roll. I think it's a little bit of both.
I'm sorry. I failed you. Joshua died. I killed him. And I blamed another for what I did. To spare myself the guilt. I feared that by accepting it, I would lose what little was left of me. So I ran. From everything. And now? Are you ready to accept the truth? I am. I know it won't be easy, but it's what I must do. So that Joshua's soul can finally rest in peace.
I don't even know what to say. This is a great way to process one's guilt. I mean, that's funny. I thought it was his brother or an older version of him. You know, maybe he survived somehow, but no. The metaphor is there. He's just literally been chasing a shadow of himself. One that he projected all of his blame and guilt onto because he knew deep down inside he really did murk his brother as a giant fire demon. Hey, it's cool.
No matter how bitter the truth that awaits me, I will press on.
I guess. I guess. I mean,
Come, Ifrit. Show me who you truly are.
no, we don't have to literally fight your demons. We can just watch. All right, let's get it. It ate Heat Wave. Okay, this is harder than I thought it would be. Getting in on him is the most difficult part of this. This is actually driving me insane. I'm just fighting an actual kaiju at this point, right? Get him! Oh, I was ready. I was ready. I had my eyebrows down and everything. That took a second to figure out. He almost had me caught with those really large attacks, but then after a little while, you get around the feet, you realize that, you know, you get propelled by the arrow's second attack, the grab. It gives you a little bit of a kickflip instead of just a grab. So you can stay in the air a little bit longer. Little bits of technique here and there, just in the sauce. You know, you just. We're cooking. We're cooking right now. Especially since I'm about to fight, literally fight my demons. I want to try a parry, but this makes it really hard to do. Gotcha. Counter hits. See? It's all staggers, recovery frames. Oh no. Can we just appreciate the mid-fight breaks for exposition? Clive is totally having his Zelda Dark Link moment. Woo.
You'd have me learn by example.
He's kind of slapping me a little bit. Woo! Phoenix strike to get close to him. This guy has a lot of life, doesn't he? I mean, this game is gorgeous, but rarely was Final Fantasy ever this gorgeous in real time. And then all of a sudden, you know, we had the ability to do real-time environments. I think Square started using their own engine around the PS2 era. And then Final Fantasy games became unquestionably gorgeous and never looked back. Like, I'd say around 10. If you had told me Final Fantasy was going to look like this, like 15 years ago, I would have said you were lying. I never thought a Final Fantasy game would look better than the movie Advent Children. I never thought that would happen. Always thought that would have been something that was like just out of reach. Got him. All of these are dodges. Okay, he got me there. All I've got left in me are Phoenix shifts. I love how this just happens. No cutscene, no black bars, just right in the middle of my fight. They just start talking. No.
No escape, eh?
He's...
It's all right.
Think of him as a physical manifestation of Clive's guilt. Like his darker half, really. The part of him that he can't reconcile. The part of him that killed his brother. Like, I was literally fighting my demons just now.
It's time to find out who we are.
I mean, they were always beautiful. The funny thing about, you know, video game graphics, and especially older graphics, is that your imagination kind of filled in the cracks anyway. So I don't look back on Final Fantasy VII and think, oh man, that looked like ass. I kind of look at the remake and go, yeah, that's what it looked like in my head. Like, it just caught up to me. To us, rather. Sorry, I'm going to accept the truth and destroy anyone in the room with epilepsy. Hold on. It's Devil Trigger. It's...
Show yourself, Ifrit.
If there were any doubts in your mind that this was Final May Cry, I hope these oh, this is the cheesiest thing I've ever participated in. Just gonna eat some grapes. Just I know it doesn't seem like this makes sense, but trust me. I know what buttons these are, honest. Think we got him? Think there's enough Grizzle left over to get him? Get him! Alright, I think we got him. Excuse me. Oh, what the? Oh my god. Yeah, no. I'm so glad I'm an adult because, wow, I'd be screeching right now.
I know the truth of it now.
This is probably the craziest thing I've ever seen a Final Fantasy game do. What is happening? Bro, it's a... I'm doing this. Did you ever kaiju fight in the middle of my... Bro. Sephiroth had a headache and a library. This man just slayed his inner demons by turning into a dinosaur. I'm done. Just gonna walk off the screen. Just leave. It's over. It's... This is only a few hours in. This is... There's no way. I love this for Clive, but there's no way his brother was surviving this. Like, his brother would have tripped and fallen and hit his head on, like, the first staircase. We had to work for this bacon. This was the craziest thing I've ever seen. Whole ass dinosaur. Right? You think it would have been. You think it would have been the end. No.
Clive.
Jill's like, Clive, are you okay? Because
Jill.
You've been breakdancing in that pool in a trance for like the past hour. And I didn't want to touch you. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know whether to move you or not. Like...
chasing shadows. The hooded man isn't here. We should go.
This is how you're gonna address that? You're not gonna tell her about the giant kaiju battle you just had in your brain? Like, you think you would have come out of your own brain just like spilling everything? Like, how do you not say anything? Like, so what happened? Ah, nothing. He's not here. Let's go. We're not gonna talk about how your hair was glowing? I feel like the writing was on the wall as soon as he came out of that closet dressed up like Dante. I should have known. Should have known.
Whatever it is, you can tell me.
I might.
Hard enough time telling myself.
Huh?
I awakened as a dominant of fire, right here in this castle, and I've been running from it ever since. But now I know for certain who I really am.
I love his outfit,
The
but
second I
it's
caught
really
fire,
giving me Darksiders.
who killed my brother and burned this castle to the ground was me. Ifrit.
Clive.
I took so many lives that night and destroyed so many more, including yours.
Again,
And I must atone for the crimes I've committed. But not before I learn the whole truth. How can a second icon of fire even exist? And why was I chosen as its dominant? Who is the hooded man who brought us here? And what does he want? I need to know. And since I'm still breathing, I might as well make
I don't
myself
have any
useful.
audience omniscience here.
We'll find your answers together. I want to learn the truth too.
Like, I hate this because
There'll be time enough
I
for
know
atonement when we're done.
exactly what Clive knows.
I was hoping you'd say that. I don't think I could do this without you. You never were one to hide from the truth, even when we were young. And you haven't changed.
I mean, those are both Ifrit, so if you're talking about, you know...
You're wrong. I have changed. But I don't want to be that person anymore. The things she did were unforgivable. And yet,
Ifrit's always, like, taken visual inspiration from, like,
brought us back together.
demons or from, like, Bale. You know, a horned beast.
Thank you, Jen.
That was basically an Ifrit mirror match that you just witnessed.
If he is here, then the disturbance I felt at the care must have been confounding. The hour is later than I thought.
I'm telling you, that's him. I'm telling you, that's him. He's got the feathery chicken chocobo hair, the vague and mysterious disposition, the accent. What am I missing? Oh yeah, we might have killed his girlfriend.
Tell me, who did this?
Oh no, is that her in the box?
Suffer the same fate.
Is that her in the box?
The man who delivered the coffer said, he said Sid paid him.
I mean, that doesn't mean anything other than he paid for the
With the rest of your
he paid for the funeral.
Is how you repay me? Find out where he is. I'll crush him, flay him, rip out his heart, him and all his filthy brood, and send every last one of them to hell.
This feels like this feels like a massive overreaction. I mean, at least he sent a box. Oh. I do not feel his pain. She tried to kill me. And then I accidentally stole her powers. Which, you know, I mean, all things considered, if any of the branded out there, you know, were ever confronted with the ability to strip themselves of their powers, I don't think they voluntarily would, even though the world is diametrically opposed to the fact that they even exist. You know, the branded are just spit on for even existing. The very words that come out of their mouths are considered poison and venom. Look what happened to Benedicta. The second she lost her powers, karma came for her, and she had no way to defend herself. So it's like, even if you were to, say, lose your powers, or even if you were to become normal like the rest of these people, it doesn't make you any better in this world. Really, the world is still the way it is. That was a limit break? That was what we witnessed back there? We witnessed... Release Clive's inner beast. And semi-prime into Ifrit by pressing blah 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 when the gauge is full. Nice. Semi-priming temporarily grants attack, potency, and speed, HP regeneration, and guard. It's a devil trigger, man.
So what next?
It's an install. It's an EX bar.
I promised the mayor I'd talk to him again about Lady Hannah, amongst other things. Though she may be loath to leave, I can't help thinking she'd be safer with Sid too.
All right, we should arrange an introduction
then. Hold on. What? I can't pet the dog in the field? How are we supposed to keep morale up if I can't pet the dog outside in combat? I should be able to do that for buffs or like for HP regains. Why can't I pet the dog outside? Torval. Nope. What an egregious oversight, Square Enix.
Torgal, what is it?
See what happens when you can't pet the dog?
Come on.
I kind of like this presentation for Final Fantasy. I like this third-person adventure, characters bantering and talking to each other while moving, a la Gears of War or, you know, any other action game released in the past. Well, because the environments, I mean, I'm not going to screech about the environments being linear because it allows them to be really cinematic while giving me the illusion of open exploration. Just the illusion. It's okay. It's okay. We've been specs running around on maps for years. I'm fine with this. It feels very intimate. If there was anything that got on my nerves back in the day, like Final Fantasy X, it was the fixed camera angles. You would be running across a bridge, then the camera angle would change, and you'd be running towards the camera. Then the camera angle would change again, and you'd be drive you crazy. It's really interesting how this series has evolved, though. Like, oh.
What happened?
Why? What's with the guy over in the What's with the guy all the way in the back just sitting there like just casually stabbing somebody's body? He's already dead. What was he even doing at that point? This is why they have to die. This is why before you even know whether or not they're good or bad, they just show you the moral. They show you the moral fiber, so you know you can just hit X with impunity, because that's wild. It's wild. He's just casually cup noodling this guy's corpse. That's not nice. All right. What? Look at that. You can rush into things with your bleep out. That's cool. What about this? Okay, that's just from Ghouls and Ghosts. Like, we're just taking powers from other games now. We all know what that is, okay? We've all played Ninja Gaiden. We know what the fire shield is. Look! He's even doing the thing. He's doing the thing. You know, the only thing I don't like is that this man cannot equip more than 2 abilities. It's really kind of hurting my ambition when it comes to buying new moves. Like, you can only equip 2 things, bro. I'm not gonna lie though, I kind of want this. We're gonna have to learn this. What? What you mean? I hate video games. Alright, let's do this. Oh Lord.
Don't let them get away. Get him, boy.
I know it's not in their programming, but one of these days I would love, absolutely love, to just play a game where when 2 guys just see 2 of their partners just getting absolutely murked, their AI just tells them to run, screaming. Because I have to tell you, if giant flaming wings popped out of a man's back and he just started eating my captain, I'd go, I'm out. These guys are so weird. I don't even believe in this. Goodbye. No. Run. Run. Do not pass go. Do not summon mythological beasts. Oh my goodness. This man is deadly. Why?
Thought you could escape us, did you, Branded?
Did he not see what happened?
And you'll die one.
I'm black. Like, that just hits different when you black. He really hit me with the, you were born a street rat. You will die a street rat, and only your fleas will mourn you. He really hit me with the Aladdin. Y'all messed up my momentum, and I am so mad. I love that brief moment where just everything I was using had a cooldown, and all of a sudden it sounded like the music stopped. All the enemies just stopped moving and doing things. For a brief period, we had complete silence. Okay, that was odd. That was odd and disorienting, but I'll take it. Sorry. Wow. I had to concentrate for a second there. Oh. It's the dude from Resident Evil 5.
And those who sheltered them. By Empress Annibella's command.
This game has taken inspiration from every game. Oh, wow. He really hit me with that bonk. Nope. There are precision 6? Are you fucking kidding me? Looked like he totally hit Jill, though. I'm sorry, Jill. Woo! Gotcha. That was my fault. I dodged too early. Gotcha. Woo! He totally conked her again. I'm sorry. It's over. Put him in a cage. Put him in a cage! There is a beautiful wallpaper hiding behind this big blur layer. I'm just saying. The fact that we have endless remixes of this single Final Fantasy song is a constant delight to my ears. Oh.
You deserved so much better. All of these people did. Better than my mother.
Her corpse is remarkably intact. Do people not decompose in this world?
Clive!
Acting on the orders of the Duchess, eh? We knew Eastpool was harbouring bearers. Thought they were safe enough hidden up here, but someone must have let slip. If they'd have only come to us sooner, none of this would have had to happen. Fuck!
My mother always did despise bearers.
That's so silly.
Them when the other nations spat on them as slaves. The way an accident of birth gave them a power that others lacked.
But why kill everyone? They meant no harm. They just wanted to be free.
Because they upend the status quo.
Judges that a crime punishable by death.
So nobility can be magic bearers and slaves can be magic bearers. And people actually think that there's a difference between them biologically or as beings. That's so silly. Heavy-handed racism allegory.
But it can wait.
In that case, we should head back and tell Sid you've had a change of heart. He was always on it.
Or whatever marginalized group.
Right.
And we'd best be quick. Last I heard, he was planning another excursion.
What about the villagers?
Oi! Can I leave yous lot to take care of things here?
Of course.
No, really. I've already heard Jim Sterling say, oh, if I wanted to be treated like Clive, all I'd have to do is go outside. Which is honestly not too dissimilar from something I just said a few minutes ago about being black. So, nice to see that we're all in this together, just getting oppressed for our inalienable traits. Traits we had no choice but to be born with.
Lead me to your nest. Lord Kupka's message for your leader. If only he knew where to send it.
Oh my god, it's what's his face. He's like fucking, what's his face? He's like Peter Baelish. Was nah, get out of here. Was that Final Fantasy Peter Baelish just now? What's his name? Ah, crap. How did I forget his name? Or what how did I forget Peter Baelish's what's Baelish's nickname? Hold on, I gotta Google this. Where's my phone? Littlefinger, there we go. That was literally Littlefinger. I am not letting you slide, okay? My man is harboring secrets and he knows how to use them.
Sid Solar, then. We have a lot to discuss.
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier. Didn't sound happy.
What do you suppose it could be? Don't mind me. Just taking a quick
We're low on gig and toad oil and curial greens. Should I put an order in with Lady Karen?
I can set a broken arm, soothe a cough, settle a stomach.
But there is no remedy for what happened in Eastpool. My talents are worthless in the face of such cruelty.
Well, yeah, that goes without saying.
This place is getting more crowded by the day.
I tell myself the bustle's a blessing. There'll be time enough for quiet contemplation when I'm dead. So, did you find the answers you were looking for?
Kind of.
I still don't know what to make of this gift, curse, or whatever it is I've been given. But there is one thing I can say for certain. I am a dominant, Ifrit. And there is nothing I can do to change that. It is a burden I must bear until my dying day.
A burden.
Spoken true. Forgiveness and in turn salvation can only begin with acceptance. It's a path we all must walk, no matter how colourful our histories.
Sid, you once told me that you wanted to build a place where people could die on their own terms.
I did.
I've been thinking about that. Why not a place where people can live on their own terms? For 13 years, killing was all I knew. So obsessed with death that I never stopped to consider the lives of those around me. Lives that I see now were scarcely worth living. Be they bearers or beggars, most march blindly to their end, never realizing that they too deserve a choice. And I dare not turn a blind eye to their suffering any longer.
So, atonement then, is it?
That was the answer we found.
The only one we need.
I'll be expecting you both to pull your weight.
And we will.
Well then, with a sprinkle of fire and ice, this plan of mine might just...
Fire and ice!
What trouble are you looking to get yourself into now?
Bit on the nose there, ain't you?
Best kind. We're going to sneak into the Imperial capital.
Putting it on there a bit thick, are we, Square Enix? This game had a little bit of fire and ice put into it from the opening scene, I tell you. Oh wow, look at that. That's remarkable.
And the last of our farmholds in the eastern provinces has succumbed to the blight.
Without their yield, we'll be hard-pressed to fill the capital's granaries before winter.
If there is a capital by then, the black creeps closer as we speak.
And yet you do naught but bawl and bluster.
Your radiance?
Your radiance. I love it.
If it is fertile land the Empire requires, we need but look south.
If you mean the crystalline Dominion's holdings, we are bound by mutual accord. Theirs is a neutral state whose borders we are sworn to respect.
Gentlemen, did we swear to see our people starve?
Well, I really do think
The gates of Oriflamme buckle at the flood of those come seeking refuge from the blight.
Hi.
If there is not grain enough to feed those within our walls, how, pray tell, will we feed those without? But instead of setting your minds to riddles such as these, You lock horns with an enemy from across the sea, sending our soldiers to the slaughter in their thousands. The Empire bleeds, and you sit here prattling like crones in a tea house. And you fancy yourselves leaders of men.
Astonished rumbling.
Sandbreck is naught without her citizens. We are but their servants. If their land is being wrested away, it is our duty to claim new lands for them.
Your Radiance! You cannot mean a war of conquest.
That is exactly what I mean. It is time we expanded our dominion.
Hmm?
This is the will of great Grieger.
There will be uproar. Then we must find a way to distract the citizenry. But how much will that cost?
And what of our legions? Shall we raise the furs?
Well, someone will have to contend with the Dalmex.
I will not keep you. You all have much to do.
Squabbling.
Where is my son?
The Lord Prince is currently garrisoned at the Strait of Arthur. If it please you, I can send word requesting his immediate return to the Holy Capital.
That won't be necessary. Tell him instead to see to his wounds. Bahamut's strength will be needed again soon.
As you command.
I must have misheard. You mean to tell me that the Mother Crystals are the reason the world is dying? Are you mad?
I have been called that on occasion, but no, not today. We've all seen it firsthand. Empty wastes where once were green meadows. Land drained so dry of its ether, not even the rats remained. But where was it all going? I spent years searching for an answer, until I saw it standing right in front of me. There, in the self-same crystals we look to for their so-called blessing. Alright, listen. Take this crystal. How does it allow us to conjure magics? Answer, by drawing ambient ether from the air. Where do these crystals come from?
That's easy. They're mine from the Mother Crystals.
Interesting.
They're one and the same. Although admittedly this here fits more easily in the pocket.
But the Mother Crystals are massive. Some as large as mountains.
So you see the problem. Imagine just how much ether can be drawn by something that size. As to where it's all going, mind? Well, I can't know everything, can I?
We are taught that the Mother Crystals are divine. Their ether a gift from the heavens. For centuries, nations have fought and fallen for want of that gift. If what you say is true, how did no one else see it?
Who says they didn't? Maybe the truth was inconvenient.
Maybe they couldn't consistently control these powers, so it wasn't worth it to just start, you know.
The higher-ups? The gods themselves?
So now you want to do something about the crystals? And what? We're not helping bearers and dominants anymore.
I didn't say that. I made a promise and I intend to keep it. But if we continue down this path, there's only one fate that awaits the realm. And we can't very well set our people free if they're all lying dead in a blighted ditch. Not if we want to create a place where they can live on their own terms anyway. sort of defeats the purpose. So, if we have to bring the old world crashing down in order to build us a new one, what say you? Are you with me?
Yeah, he's like a medieval dark fantasy Tyler Durden. He just wants to tear the whole system down. Forget fixing this world. Let's dismantle it by its crystals. So violent.
You could have just said
Right? Like, that's a perfectly good crystal. A perfectly good crystal you just ruined. For shame.
What have I got myself into? I'm going to need more than a few potions for this.
Man just casually signed up to save the world and was like, wait, what? God, why am I such a yes man? I have to stop internalizing my feelings and people pleasing. It's a sign of low self-esteem. Why did I just sign up to save the world? Why did I say yes so quickly? Why didn't I think it through? I don't know, Clive. I don't know, fam. Guilt's a hell of a drug.
Well, so will it be?
I can make the flame tongue. I want it. I'm gonna make it.
No scratches, right? That it? Fine.
I've had a second to think it over.
So what God's forsaken corner of the realm is Sid dragging you off to this time?
Oriflamme.
The Holy Capital. And what business would you lot having? On second thoughts, I don't want to know.
Good choice, because I was ready. You know, we would have literally had to.
Speaking of Oriflamme, I hear the trading routes leading south have seen more than double the usual traffic. If you ask me, somewhat foul's brewing. And it ain't Tyre's borbile tea.
All right.
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier.
So you're really going through with it? Sid's been talking about bringing down a mother crystal since I've known him. But that's all it's ever been. Talk.
He's convinced it's the right thing to do. We'll be leaving for the capital shortly.
Well, you couldn't have picked a better moment. Seems the hiding the royalists gave him wasn't enough to dampen old Sylvester's spirits.
Okay.
His legions are on the march again. This time, due south.
I know you are not about to.
All as the great Uyghur wills. Bloodthirsty little miss, that one. That's God's for you, innit? Still, might work to our advantage on this occasion. Wars breed chaos. On the front lines, and at home. With a fair wind behind them, handful of like-minded ne'er-do-wells could melt into the back alleys of Oriflamme, no trouble. Is making it to the capital.
Are you kidding me?
The checkpoint. That's right. Anyone travelling in or out of Oriflamme has to go through Northreach. Lucky for you, I might just know of a way.
Yes.
Well, no, not that. That gets you an audience with the Dame. And it's the Dame who'll see you safely through Northreach. I'll send the Stolas in the morning. Let her know you're coming. We go way back. And she's a true friend of the cause. I'm sure you'll get on like a house on fire.
That's good of you, but who is this dame, and where will I find her?
She's the proud proprietress of Northreach's foremost house of ill repute, the Vale. And she's quite a woman, if you know what I mean.
A woman. Right.
Don't go blinding her with your charm now, lad. I'll be expecting a full report when you get back.
I suppose that's everything. Now to find Gav.
Well, someone's in a hurry.
Just following orders.
Funny, I never took you for the type.
Can't all be as obedient as you, Gav.
Eh?
Fine day for a little mischief, wouldn't you say?
Is this all of us?
Actually, Gav won't be coming.
Just the three of us, then?
Drake said is the keystone of the Empire. Oriflamme's in chaos, yes, but that doesn't mean we can march an army through her gates. The fewer our numbers, the better our chances of going unnoticed. And should that plan fail, well, we have our icons to fall back on.
Sid, I don't know if I can. Ifrit still seems to come and go as he pleases.
Ordinarily, priming an icon comes naturally to a dominance. But then, you are no ordinary dominance.
Well, he's still got the blessing of the Phoenix, doesn't he?
Not to mention what he sucked out of Garuda. And did I ever tell you about how he was once the greatest shield in Rosaria? You know, I reckon he could probably cut us a path out of the capital on his own if need be.
Let's try not to find out.
We're less likely to be spotted if we travel separately. I'll meet you in Northreach in a few days. You two behave now.
Alright, my good friends, hold on. My neighborhood's kind of popping off a little bit. The fireworks are getting to be a little bit crazy, so I gotta keep muting my mic. It's a little bit silly, but hold on, I'll be right back.
Price of about $450 USD.
Are you hearing this?
Is making it to the capital that's the problem.
The checkpoint.
That's right. Anyone traveling in or out of Oriflamme has to go
So, we're meeting in Northreach. But will I find Sid and Jill before this dame finds me?
Ah, you're Sid's man, if I'm not mistaken. Couldn't trouble you for some assistance, could I?
That depends. What do you need?
Some new bearers from Oriflamme just arrived, and it cost Master Quinton a pretty penny to convince their owner to part with them. Man must have been a bloody tyrant. I can't get a peep out of them, try as I might.
They're probably terrified of you.
You're probably right. Dare say it'd take a bearer like yourself to open them up. So, will you have a word with them? Help them settle in?
I can try.
That'll do me. Tell them they're safe, and that if they need anything, they just have to ask.
I'll let them know.
Appreciate it. They're sitting over there, taking a long overdue breather, looks like.
So you're the new arrivals. Is there anything I can get you? You're safe here. They don't punish people like us for speaking our minds.
Truly. I'm hungry. My sister too, we're starving.
Wait here. I'll fetch you something from the tavern.
Thank you.
I won't be long. You stay here and rest.
All right, my friend. This is unfortunate. Unfortunately, some of us around here are very, 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 very enthusiastic about the 4th. And the fireworks situation. So it's a little bit untenable. I could do a little bit more gameplay, but I feel like we're just shorting ourselves, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it off for now, but we will be back later on today, of course, on the 4th, and I hope you have a happy 4th as well. Should you celebrate the way we Americans do, you know?
I wouldn't say safe,
barbecues and all that.
At least now,
but
it's possible.
It is Monday, going on Tuesday, and we will have another day of etceteras tomorrow. Yep. On the 4th, so if you feel like chilling while you're relaxing, stop by. There's definitely more layers to peel off of this onion of a game. I don't expect any Final Fantasy game to be short. This is no exception. But until I do the thing, and while I take advantage of this small window that I have where fireworks are not going off. Thank you for tuning into the Expert Playlist. I have been Expert Penguin. And until tomorrow night, when we continue this, quite frankly, mad spectacle of a Final Fantasy game. Good night, everyone. Good night. I will see you tomorrow.